The coffee shop is one of those aggressively minimalist places. All white walls and blonde wood, succulents and concrete planters, Edison bulbs hanging from exposed ceiling beams. The kind of cafe that charges 7,000 won for an Americano and makes you feel like you're not cool enough to be there. Yu-jin sits at a corner table, fingers wrapped around a cup she hasn't touched. The ceramic is warm against her palms, grounding. Outside the window, Gangnam moves in its usual Tuesday afternoon chaos. Suited workers rushing between meetings, delivery drivers weaving through traffic, the constant pulse of a city that never quite stops. She checks her phone. 3:17 p.m. He's late. Not that she's surprised. Joon-seok was always late. Charming about it, apologetic, but consistently 17 minutes behind schedule for everything. She used to find it endearing, proof that he was relaxed, easygoing, not obsessed with punctuality like her. Now, it just feels inconsiderate. Her phone had buzzed yesterday morning. A message from a number she deleted but still recognized. Yu-jin, I know it's been a while. Can we talk? Coffee this week. She should have said no. Should have deleted the message, blocked the number, continued with her life. But curiosity had won out. Or maybe it was something else, some lingering thread of unfinished business that needed cutting. So she'd agreed. Tuesday, 3 p.m., this overpriced cafe in Gangnam. And now she's waiting, watching the door, her stomach tight with something that isn't quite anxiety, but isn't comfort either. The door opens. A couple enters, laughing. Not him. Yu-jin exhales. She should text Min-woo. He knows about this meeting. She'd told him last night over ramen at the convenience store near her apartment. The two of them perched on plastic stools outside, their breath misting in the cool evening air. My ex wants to meet, she'd said, watching Min-woo's reaction carefully. He'd gone still for a moment, chopsticks suspended halfway to his mouth. Then he'd set them down, met her eyes. The one who proposed? Yes. Do you want to go? The question had surprised her. No jealousy, no possessiveness. Just genuine curiosity about what she wanted. I don't know, she'd admitted. Part of me thinks I should, get closure or whatever, but part of me thinks it's a terrible idea. Min-woo had been quiet for a beat, thinking. Then, if you go, and he says something that makes you doubt us, will you tell me? Instead of just pulling away. The perceptiveness had made her chest ache. He already knew her patterns, her instinct to retreat when scared. I'll tell you, she'd promised. Now, sitting in this sterile cafe, she pulls out her phone. Types, he's late. Very on brand. Min-woo's response comes quickly. You okay? Yes. Regretting this already. You can leave. You don't owe him anything. The words settle something in her chest. She could leave. She has that power. This isn't an obligation. It's a choice she can unmake. But before she can respond, the door opens again. Park Joon-seok looks exactly the same. Tall, well-dressed in that finance bro way. Navy suit that probably costs more than Yu-jin's monthly rent. Brown leather shoes polished to a mirror shine. Hairstyle with just enough product to look effortlessly perfect. He's handsome in a conventional way. Strong jaw, straight nose, the kind of face that photographs well. He spots her, smiles. That smile used to make her stomach flip. Now it just makes her tired. Yu-jin. He approaches the table, and for a horrible moment, she thinks he might try to hug her. But he reads her body language, shoulders tense, hands clutching her coffee cup, and opts for sitting down instead. You look good. You're late. I know. I'm sorry. Meeting ran over. He signals the barista, orders something complicated involving oat milk and vanilla. When he turns back to her, his expression is earnest. Practiced. Thanks for agreeing to see me. What did you want to talk about? No small talk. No easing into it. Yu-jin watches surprise flicker across his face. She's being harder than he expected. Good, right? Okay. Joon-seok leans back in his chair, and she can see him recalibrating. I wanted to apologize for how things ended. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I realize I put too much pressure on you. The proposal was too fast, too public. I should have known you'd need more time. The words are reasonable, thoughtful even, but there's something underneath them that makes Yu-jin's skin prickle. An assumption that the problem was timing, not the fundamental incompatibility. Joon-seok, let me finish. He leans forward now, elbows on the table. I've changed. I'm in therapy now, actually, working through some stuff about control and expectations. And I keep coming back to us, to what we had. I think I gave up too easily. Yu-jin's fingers tighten around her cup. The coffee has gone lukewarm, undrinkable. You didn't give up. I said no, because I pressured you. But if I hadn't, if I'd just been patient, we could have worked. There it is. The thing she'd been afraid of. Not that she'd feel something for him again, but that he'd try to rewrite their history. Make it about timing and pressure instead of the truth. That she'd said no because she didn't love him enough. Because being with him felt like wearing clothes that almost fit but pinched in crucial places. We wouldn't have worked, Yu-jin says quietly. Not then. Not now. Not if you'd waited 5 more years. Joon-seok's expression shifts, hurt flashing across his features before he schools them back to neutral. You can't know that. I can't actually. She sets down her cup, meets his eyes directly. I wasn't in love with you. I cared about you, enjoyed your company, liked the idea of us. But I wasn't in love, and you deserve someone who was. The words hang between them. Around them, the cafe continues its hipster ambience. Indie music playing softly, the hiss of the espresso machine, low conversations blending into white noise. Joon-seok's jaw tightens. Is there someone else? The question shouldn't surprise her, but it does. That's not relevant. It is to me. His voice has an edge now, the polish cracking. Did you leave me for someone else? I left you because I didn't want to marry you. What I do now is my business. So there's someone. He sits back, something hard settling into his expression. Who is he? Someone from work? One of those consultants you're always having drinks with? Yu-jin feels anger spark in her chest, sharp and clarifying. This is exactly why we didn't work. You think you have ownership over my choices, my life, my feelings. I just want to understand. There's nothing to understand. She stands, gathering her bag. I didn't love you enough to marry you. That's the whole story. I'm sorry if that hurts, but it's the truth. Joon-seok stands too, reaching for her arm. Not aggressive, but desperate. Yu-jin, wait. Please. Can we try again? Start over? I know I messed up, but... No. The word comes out firmer than she expected. I'm seeing someone. Someone who doesn't make me feel like I'm failing at being myself. And even if I wasn't, the answer would still be no. She pulls her arm free, gentle but definitive. Joon-seok's hand drops to his side, and for a moment he looks lost. Young, like the version of him she'd first met 3 years ago, before the promotions and the pressure and the proposal that ruined everything. I hope you find what you're looking for, Yu-jin says, and she means it. But it's not me. It was never me. She walks out before he can respond. The cool air outside hits her face, sharp and cleansing. Her hands are shaking, adrenaline and relief, and something that feels like freedom. Her phone is in her hand before she's consciously decided to reach for it. She calls Min-woo. He answers on the second ring. Hey, how did it go? I need to see you. The words tumble out. Can you meet me? Now. Of course. Where are you? The cafe on Tehran RO, near the Intercontinental. Stay there. I'm leaving now. The line goes dead. Yu-jin leans against the building, breathing. The city moves around her, endless, indifferent, alive. Inside the cafe, Joon-seok probably still sits at their table, trying to make sense of what just happened. But Yu-jin is done looking backward, done apologizing for knowing what she doesn't want. She's ready to figure out what she does.